Hi, Mike Maverick. How are you? Netra Sundaram, Arnav Sharma. Hi. Hello, everyone. Hello. So, guys, if you're wondering why I am in this funny getup, for those who don't understand, I cannot reveal my identity and even my picture online, so I have chosen this jugaad. So, yes, hello, Vipul. Jai Hind, hello. Hello, Sai Lakshmi. Sai Lakshmi Akka, hi. तुमने भी ऐसे ही शर्ट पहना है आज, अच्छा, नाइस. मिश्रा आकाश, थैंक यू. हाय. जय हिंद पृथ्वी. मनाली, जय हिंद. हाय बॉबी. So guys, let's wait for around 1 or 2 minutes for me to get a little more viewership. Then let us start discussing. Meanwhile, if you want anything regarding which I should talk today, you can mention it over here. I'll try to include it. Jai Hind, Sarthak. I hope I am not boring you guys and taking away your Saturday night. Hope you had a good holiday. Today was anyway, the corporate guys would have had their off, but otherwise also today was Eid, so you would have got off. Jai Hind, Anshu. Regarding daily routine of an ideal candidate, yes, Akash, I'll be addressing that. Hello. So anyway, let the people who join late join at their convenience. So let me introduce myself first for those who didn't know me personally till now. So my pseudo name online is Captain Smart, which I have smartly given myself to avoid revealing my true identity. I've started this page SSB Bro here with a mission in mind. So the main purpose is there's a huge gap between the SSB selection system and armed forces life in general and what the civilians pursue about it. So I've observed people who join defense forces with highest josh and feeling they'll have the best life ever, soon realizing that this career was not for them, and they start cribbing, and sadly there is no easy exit option also from here. This is not like a corporate job where you can just join and put your papers and move to a different company. It is at least a 10 to 14 year commitment, which case happens when you join through short service. Otherwise, if you get a permanent commission entry, it is at least 20 plus years, including your training. It will be more than that. So I'll be showing the actual life inside the armed forces through a series of videos and let you decide whether this life is meant for you or not. And of course, the most important thing is to mentor SSB aspirants, those who are already aware of life inside the armed forces and motivated enough to join as officers, to give the right guidance to them and personally be their mentor. That is another goal of starting this page. And coming to how I'll be addressing you guys and how I'll be teaching, in spite of having such a busy routine over here in the army, that is a little difficult, but I'm trying to manage. So please understand if I'm not able to conduct regular live sessions, or some days if I'm not active, then there must be something going on in the unit, so I might not be able to address all your doubts on a daily basis. But at least once in 2 or 3 days I will come live and try to address everyone. That's about myself and the reason for starting this page. Coming to the agenda for today, there are many myths going around on the internet and in offline coaching centers as well, regarding what the SSB is looking for and how to prepare for it. So I'll be bursting some of the common myths. It can't be covered in one day, of course, so it will be done through a series of live interactions. Maybe if I get more number of viewers who want to interact face to face, then I might conduct Zoom session also. Otherwise I'll be providing personal mentorship via phone calls or WhatsApp texts for those who are interested. And I'll be educating you about what are the entries and how to join. All that is anyway available on the internet, so I'll just be sharing links to those material, and you can go through them by yourself. And a request to all of you, please do not send these kind of trivial messages like Jain sir, proud of you, or we look up to you. All these kind of things we have heard, and I am not here to gain some fan following or something. And since I'm running this page alone, I won't be able to reply to those messages. It is getting a little too hectic. So only people who are serious aspirants or someone who are looking for some mentorship, only those kind of candidates can message me and take my time, because I'm balancing many things. So I hope you guys understand that. And another motive of starting this page is I can also learn many things from you in return. You guys are the younger lot of this country, so I can learn about the latest trends, what all is going in the digital space. Anything, like I believe the younger generation is always smarter. We are told experience matters, always listen to elder people, all that, and that is true to an extent, but the younger generation is always quicker, smarter, and in reverse we can learn more from the younger lot as well. So that is one more ambitious thing I have in mind. I hope some of you can teach me some things. Okay, let us talk something about SSB now. Sure. Prithvi, if you have anything specific, you can write what exactly you want to know about SSB, because SSB general information is already available on the internet. Okay, so let me talk about SSB then. Chalo, armed forces. Is it the right choice for you or not? This is the first question you should be asking, guys. You should not get unnecessarily motivated by all the content which is on the internet, these reels, social media propaganda which is going on, projecting the army as some super cool organization which only does the positive side of things. And of course we do only good things which help the country, all that, but life in general in the armed forces has some drawbacks which people generally are not aware of, especially those who are not from a defense background, because of the secretive nature of our service. We can't put that information online or do propaganda about it. So some candidates, I won't say a majority of them, are often misguided about how life would be inside. mainly by people who are giving SSB coaching, or those who are offering these written exam mentorship and all. They want people to take coaching from them, so they will obviously project the armed forces as the best of the best. But I will be maintaining a balanced and democratic viewpoint, and bringing about both sides of it, and help you decide whether it is the right choice for you or not. And for those of you who listen to all this and decide ki yes, I am made for this, the defense forces are offering everything I want in life, and my goals and the armed forces goals are in harmony with each other, so I'll be happy in the forces. Those kind of candidates can join my personal mentorship program, which is absolutely free, by the way. They can ask me about SSB preparation, about my academy stories, in general anything about the armed forces, about lifestyle of an officer, which usually you have to search for a long time on the internet, and most of it is not available also. Only if you talk to some person who is in service or who has retired from service, you can get these insights. So I'll be doing that. And I also give career counseling to people who are not defense aspirants as well, as in people who aspire to become armed forces officers, but due to some reasons like not clearing SSB being the major reason, do not join the forces. So what other career options are there, and what are the options best suited for hardcore defense aspirants who couldn't make it to the forces, how to join them, and what different is the life over there in comparison with armed forces life, etc. What inspired me the most to join the Indian Army? There are a variety of reasons. There was no one particular incident as such. I didn't know anything about the armed forces until my graduation second year. It was when I saw some movie. I got the first insight into how armed forces officers' lifestyle is. Later, anyway, I was thinking of serious career options like a civil pilot or an IAS officer. These were the two things which I was mainly focusing on. But looking at the perks of being an Air Force pilot, I thought that would be a combination of both. As in, I'll be a Group A officer, which is equivalent to an IAS, as well as I'll be a pilot, and of course there will be absolutely free training in the armed forces. Obviously, I'll be a fighter pilot, so that has a different swag attached to it. I'm a big fan of them. I was never an army aspirant, to be true. I always tried for the Air Force. I was a huge crazy fan of this movie Top Gun. So that's how the motivation started. Later, after getting complete information and preparing for one or two attempts, then I became a complete hardcore defense aspirant, as we call them. I was a repeater myself. So then after clearing AFSB, I was medically unfit for the flying branch because of a mild eyesight. So after flying branch, the other options available are either to join as ground duty officers or get into the other two services, that is the Army or the Navy. So comparing them both, I thought the Army officer lifestyle is better for my life goals. So that's how I joined Indian Military Academy, passed out from there, and now I am serving. Yes. Kunditalas to AFSB, yes. Vipul was one of my SSB batchmates, so he is also here. Hi Vipul. So one more thing I cannot mention. While going through the people who have joined, I have seen another Navy officer joining us. So good to see my brothers in arms joining me online. Hi, anonymous Navy officer. Hello. Acha, you also know. Okay. So guys, if you want me to talk about anything, you can please comment it down. And one more thing, if you want a recording of these sessions, today I'm not getting into the proper training material or how I'm going to start SSB classes as such. This is just an introductory session, an informal interaction between aspirants and me. So from today only, or specifically from tomorrow, all the recordings of these live sessions will be saved and they'll be uploaded on my YouTube channel. You can go check it out from there if you want to repeat, or those who could not join the live sessions can prepare from there. How to start preparation for SSB? I have SSB in August. So Akash, if you are a beginner and you are starting SSB preparation right now, then I think you have a better chance than repeaters, because you don't have any wrong material or wrong guidance inside of your head. So online you can find only material which is helping you for written exam part and a few tests in SSB, that is like the OIR or lecturate. These are some things where you can practice beforehand and come, but 90% of SSB is spontaneous and there is no preparation required, to be frank. But there are some requirements in every candidate who comes. So the best way you could prepare for SSB is try and mend yourself in such a way that you can become that person. There's nothing specific you can do to prepare for each test in SSB. Like, you should not practice TATs separately, SRTs separately, or let's say some group tasks like GP or other tasks. You should not prepare specifically for them, because these tasks are designed in such a way that your overall psychological profiling is done, and then the assessors look for certain qualities in you. So the motive of designing those tests was that, but sadly most of you prepare for those tests and try to outperform others and show the best of you in those individual tests, which usually works against you more than helping you. So I would say prepare yourself for life in general and try to inculcate those officer-like qualities, what we call them, inside of you, and SSB recommendation will automatically happen. Specifically related to SSB, yes, you can follow some content which I'll be creating, and if you want any personal guidance, you can just message me. If you are having any specific doubts for which you are not able to find answers online, or anything very specific related to you, don't ask me general information like what happens inside SSB or what are the tests conducted, these kind of things. And after BSc Chemistry for TGC entry, should I do MSc in Computer Science? Available online. Don't ask me these questions, please. Another interesting question. How can we implement the armed forces values in real life? As I find people in general are a lot different. That question opens Pandora's box itself. We cannot completely implement armed forces values in civil world, because the organizational setup inside the armed forces is in such a way that we are always at the best of our potential, because national security comes first, and there's absolutely no compromise in these aspects. So the workforce which the armed forces have are top notch, which is why the selection system is designed so tough. Not tough actually, but it is looking tough to people who do not have the right guidance. So it is highly improbable, I would say not impossible, to inculcate those values in the civil world, because outside it is very democratic, and there are thousands of varieties of people, so we can't have a common system to ingrain those values in them. So and it is not right also to do that. Let the civilian world be free and happy. Let the armed forces be that crack force which fights on behalf of that what we call 130-140 crore citizenship or the population of this country. I hope that I answered that question. How can we practice psych or some tasks in SSB? We get familiar with the tests and how to write for them. No, King X-Man. No, we should not practice psych tests. You can just go through some sample tests which are easily available online, and even that is not recommended actually, but just to gain some knowledge as to what is asked there. Like what is TAT? There are 12 pictures shown and you have to write stories on them. So much time will be given, and these are the general guidelines, which anyway the assessor would be mentioning very clearly before giving you those tests. So you don't need to practice anything. Actually practicing would work against you, because you will be preparing, or usually practicing means looking at some other answers and trying to mimic them, or copy their responses, or try to write responses which may impress the assessor, or trying to show those qualities inside of you forcefully, all of which are wrong practices and will definitely work against you. So I would recommend, do not practice psych tests. Go on the day and write your responses in a very candid manner. That will increase your chances of recommendation, and not going with a preconceived notion of practice or such other things. So don't practice psych tests. Get familiar with all the tasks over there, and prepare yourself for becoming an officer in general. What the defense forces are expecting is those qualities which will help you lead forces in battle, in peace and in war. So you cannot practice them, you need to live them. That is one thing I could suggest you. Is armed forces good for a civilian candidate? Yes, absolutely, but that depends on what kind of civilian candidate you are. Of course, before joining the armed forces, all of us were civilians, and I don't know the logic of that question. Everyone is a civilian before he joins the forces. So yes, it is good. You get everything. There are tons of perks, but there are certain drawbacks also which you need to consider yourself before making that choice. How to manage both SSB and job? Yes, Bobby, managing your job while preparing for SSB is one of the easiest tasks, to be frank, because SSB is not some competitive exam. It is not UPSC, civil services, or some other hi-fi exam where you have to put in hours and prepare. It is not at all a competitive exam. They are just looking for what you are. So in general in life, if you are building those qualities over a period of time, that itself takes care of SSB preparation. You don't need to do anything specific for SSB. All this nonsense which you see on the internet, which say practice psych tests or keep taking mock interviews, all that won't help you. Only if that was the case, then people should have got recommended after a lot of practice. That doesn't happen. Drawbacks in the armed forces. See, we cannot generalize saying these are the perks and these are the drawbacks because it is how could I put this? It is up to the individual. See, some drawbacks are you will not be with your family most of the times. You will not enjoy that absolute freedom and your personal life, and you may be put in some places where there is no internet. Praval, you can check out this video I had put up on this page, the first or second video I think, regarding why you shouldn't join the armed forces. So that might answer your question in a better manner. I will be putting up more videos on all the drawbacks which I have observed, and why a certain category of people should not join the forces. So just stay tuned for such content. I'm sorry because I cannot address every question in complete detail in one video. So over time I'll be addressing all these doubts. I am noting down these questions commonly asked, so I will be preparing videos on them. Otherwise, you can just contact me personally if you have such doubts. You can call me and say ki, hi, I am so and so, I am doing this, these are my goals in life. Is defense forces good for me? So that is on an individual level. So asking that on a live platform like this won't be appropriate. How to inculcate these officer-like qualities? Akash, officer-like qualities are certain aspects of your personality which are already present in you, which are present in every human being, to be frank. Organizing ability, courage, stamina, determination, these 15 aspects of your personality are there in everyone. But the unique thing about armed forces is they are expecting all these qualities at a certain high level because of the nature of your job after joining the services. So to inculcate qualities of that level inside of you, it is possible only through a daily routine wherein you follow things to overcome your weak areas. So in general, if you are already good at physical aspects of your personality, like let's say stamina or physical courage, you don't need to work upon them more. But let's say you are weak in confidence, you cannot address a group of people, you have stage fear, or let's say you are not a quick decision maker, you can't think on your toes. So if you have those kind of problems, then you need to design a routine to overcome them. These are pretty simple actually. I also say this in my one-on-one sessions to people who call me. Let's say you are weak in English, read newspaper every day, watch your good news shows. Like there are some channels which speak more bullshit than news. I don't want to take any names, but you know them, where they just keep shouting on news and there's no proper information provided. There are some channels which are recommended for UPSC civil services especially, so you can join those channels and watch their content. English speaking is more about talking than listening, so I would recommend talking more and more in English and start thinking in English, so that your responses come out naturally in English. Usually it happens like we think in our mother tongue and then translate it before it comes out of our mouth, so that won't help you in improving your English speaking ability. And communication is not only about your language, it is your body gestures and how you emotionally connect to the other person you are speaking to, all these things. So it comes with practice. So for each quality or each aspect of your personality, there is a certain routine which you need to follow in your daily life to improve and naturally boost your SSB performance. So for that you can always feel free to contact me saying these are my weaknesses, how should I improve. I'll be happy to help you. Okay, I hope I answered that question. And any experience from the SSB in which you got recommended? All SSBs were common experiences for me and unique at the same time. So the common things are I made good friends everywhere I went and enjoyed those 5 days. But of course the different thing is I got recommended in that attempt. That was on a lighter note, but one thing which worked for me in the attempt I got recommended was I was not focusing on the outcome. I was focusing only on the process. So just taking the tests one at a time, keeping my calm, not thinking of the outcome basically. So I went with that attitude saying it's okay if I don't get recommended, I'm just going there to enjoy my 5 days. let's see what happens. If you go with that mindset, you are not having any pressure in your head, so naturally your performance will boost. So that was one thing which worked. And there were some other things, like I got a very cooperative group, which again is a lucky thing because that is not in your hands. So SSB is sometimes luck based also, because if you get a completely not so cooperative group, then there's nothing much you can do. So yeah, that was one thing which worked for me in that attempt. Daily routine of an ideal candidate is, yes, you can read newspapers every day, watch these TV shows which are helpful, and stop wasting your time on unnecessary things. Acha, daily routine as in, yes, you should include certain things in your routine. I won't say wake up at this time, do this for this amount of time. That is up to you, but overall you should include physical activities, either games or gym or running, whichever you enjoy. Some amount of time for things which you enjoy naturally. That will boost your dopamine levels, serotonin levels in your brain, which naturally improve your happiness and well-being, which is also a crucial thing to become an officer. Another thing to include in your daily routine would be to work on your weak areas, basically. So it is not like an ideal candidate should follow this particular routine. We cannot pinpoint and say it like that, because every candidate is unique in his own way, and he has to design a routine for himself. To do that, you can talk to a mentor. You can always message me, and based on what you are, I can tell you a routine which you can follow. Yes, Kingsman, that is right. You should be very chilled out and relax. You cannot control the outcome. Most of it is not in your hands. You have already lived your life for 20 plus years, so you cannot change all that in a few moments. So be chilled and enjoy the process. If you are having all those things in you, if you have led your life in a certain manner which the armed forces desire, then you are bound to get recommended. So you don't need to worry about the outcome, and that will in fact help you to get recommended or become a good officer later on. What weaknesses or strengths are to discuss with interviewer and what not to? This is also another myth which commonly candidates face. There are no strengths and weaknesses which you should tell or not tell, because everything will be assessed eventually. Even if you don't tell certain things to the interviewing officer, if you try to hide some aspects, they will come out in one or the other tests where you cannot control it. Like, let's say you are giving your responses in the psychological test series. You cannot control what the psychologist is assessing out of you. You can fake it a little in the interview, or maybe to an extent in the group tasks, but it is very, very difficult to do that in the psych series. So you should be very frank, and the interviewing officer sitting over there is not some civilian or any not so experienced person to whom you can say some wrong things or try to fake it and get away with it. That is almost impossible. So don't try those stunts and significantly reduce your chances of getting recommended. In spite of being an otherwise good candidate, you will unnecessarily be putting yourself in trouble. So I would suggest not to do that. Just be very frank. Whatever the interviewing officer asks, you can and don't be diplomatic in answers. The armed forces expect officers who are straight and are decision makers and people who react to situations in a very decisive manner. So you cannot be like this IAS or IPS aspirant candidate who will become a diplomat in the future. Like let's say in the UPSC interview, there are certain questions asked for which they expect a diplomatic answer. Like let's say there's a situation where you are being given wrong orders by a superior IAS officer. So what will you do? In that, you cannot say you can follow his orders also or disobey also. So you will put some diplomatic answer, like let's say I will talk to him and convince him and then do that, all these things. But that is not what an armed forces officer will do. He will take one decision and stick to it. It is either left or right, there is no path in between. So trying to hide some things or trying to sound diplomatic to the interviewing officer will definitely work against you. How many attempts did it take for me to clear SSB? So I took 5 attempts. It was my 5th attempt when I got recommended. I have learnt a lot from those 4 attempts. I have made some very good friends. And in fact, I have learned more from those 4 attempts than the 5th in which I got recommended. Because when you get recommended, you don't know what happened. But when you fail and then get recommended in further attempts, you know what worked for you and what was going wrong in the previous attempts. So I resonate more with my repeater friends because I have been through that phase myself. Anything else you people want to know, please feel free to drop in that comment. Okay, I hope I have answered all questions which were asked before. I hope I have not missed any comment. If so, please type it again. If I have missed anyone's question, please. Yeah, for those viewers who are not here live with us, I'll be uploading this recorded session on my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to that. The link is in bio. Did I take any coaching? Is it good to join in first attempt and later with online ones? I won't say do not take coaching because that would be unfair. I myself was under mentorship of an officer. But you should choose your mentors very carefully, because a person who is saying certain things which are not working well, then it's better not to go to that person. Like let's say if someone is promising you how should I put this out in a very diplomatic manner? That is a very controversial question. I cannot say which coaching to join, which to not, because that's something related to their businesses, so I won't get into that. Is it good to take coaching or not? I would say no. That would be my one word answer. Because this is if someone is offering you individual mentorship where he is focusing on you at an individual level and you are not put in a group and then some common guidelines are being taught or being narrated, then yes, you may consider going to that person. Otherwise, if it is like any other coaching academy where some basic things which are already available for free online are being taught or being practiced, then I would suggest avoid going to those coaching centers. They might do more damage to you than getting you recommended. So that is my answer to that question. How to stay away from distractions? Here I am not some spiritual guru to answer all the. I myself get distracted many times, so I don't think I am eligible enough to answer that. But there are some tips I can give you. Avoid turning on notifications on your phone for every app, because that is eating away most of your time. Just be focused on something and follow what you truly like. Then you will always be thinking about that, and you will be focused on that one particular thing, and automatically these distractions will die down. Yes, just be busy. as Prithvi has rightly answered. Okay. Johin Afpa, I don't want to comment on that. And guys, please don't mention the names of any coaching academies or any officers over here. Let us not create controversies. Okay, Akash, I understand, but that we can do on a personal level. Please drop in a message to me personally. I will call you and I will talk to you. Okay. Hello, guess me 03. Okay, this is my civilian friend. So, hi Abhi, how are you doing? Any other questions you guys have, you can feel free to shoot them. And don't forget to join the YouTube channel, because some things which I cannot cover here, I'll be making recorded videos and uploading over there. So yes, Prithvi, apologies for what, I don't know, but you don't need to apologize here. Okay. Sorted most of the doubts. Great session. Thank you, Kingsman. Anything else, guys? I would encourage you to keep asking more and more doubts, so that I can answer to them at an individual level, because there is so much of information about SSB that it is impossible to put it online, recording it monotonously from my side. So I would suggest you to keep asking more and more doubts, so that through that I can burst most of the myths which are floating around on the internet and in general in the minds of most of the aspirants. Yes, Akash, I will try to conduct these sessions every day, mostly at 22:30. Yes, some anonymous bro. Yes, I started at 22:30. Of course, we military officers are punctual to the dot. I will maintain that throughout my life. Prince Mishra, please type your entire doubt in one comment, because it is kind of disconnected. I am not able to make out what you are asking. During preparation, what? What was my plan B? I was preparing for civil services simultaneously. I cleared my UPSC prelims. I didn't give UPSC mains in spite of clearing prelims, because by that time I was already in Indian Military Academy. So I had to give up on my UPSC thing. But that was my backup. My first priority was to join the Air Force as a fighter pilot. So yeah, IPS or IAS was my plan B. Prithvi wants to talk about internal clarity. Yes. Which hampers thinking and speaking both? Yeah, Prithvi, this is something which we can discuss on a personal level. You are free to message me. I'll call you and we can discuss this at length. Himanshu, no, I won't answer that question. I am not here to promote any SSB coaching academy or create controversies about some other. So I won't answer that question. Anything else, guys? Do not ask questions related to me. This channel is about you guys. So talk about yourself. Ask what you want to know. Do not try to pull out information about me. I shouldn't be doing this. I can't use social media, as you all know. But I'm taking this risk for the benefit of my potential junior officers. or in general the youth of this country. Although we have started at a very small scale, I hope this reaches out to as many people as possible in the future. So don't ask about me, let us keep this about you guys. The highest drawback of being in the army for a civilian background guy, you will face a extreme level of cultural shock when you join the forces, because it's a completely different environment. You won't be having those rights which you used to enjoy as a civilian. You won't be having the right to free speech mainly, to be honest. You can't say some things to a senior officer, or let's say other drawbacks are you lose your freedom. You will not be having that in your hand. You will be a national property basically. You will be doing things which are required for the organization and for the country, and you will have to sacrifice your personal life to a very, very large extent. So that is the biggest drawback. There are certain other drawbacks, but this is the biggest. In SSB, does luck play an important role? No, it doesn't play an important role, but sometimes a little, like let's say 1 or 2% maybe, because in screening you never know, based on certain things, like let's say I fucked up a little in my OER, or these days they are having OMR sheets for this OER test. So if you bubble one question wrong, you might end up answering the whole test paper wrong. So yeah, in those kind of aspects, yes, luck does play a role, but overall luck doesn't matter. Even if it does, there are multiple attempts, so it cannot happen in all the attempts. So if you think you are eligible in every manner and still you couldn't get recommended, maybe your luck didn't support you in that attempt, you can give further attempts. In the long term or overall in one particular SSB also, luck doesn't play a role. That would be my answer to Himanshu. Self-study, yes, for the written exams I didn't need any coaching because I was already prepared to UPSC prelims level, which I cracked also. So yes, I didn't need any coaching for that. That was self-study. Being a brat helps in SSB or not? Many civilian friends think the same. It does help a little because you have been born and brought up in that environment. You know the functioning of the organization, and your upbringing has been in such a way that you are inclined to the armed forces way of life. You have been in your cantonments or in your quarters with your father or mother who is serving. You have seen that life, and you have it's in your DNA, it's in your psychology. So yes, it does help, but it doesn't give you an undue advantage. The assessors are fair in every aspect. A civilian candidate has equal opportunity, but it does help a little. Based on whatever I said till now, yes, it does help a little. Anything else you guys want to ask, please ask your doubts. If you want to ask questions on a personal level, you can message me or message me only, and there's no other way to reach out. So yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to that YouTube channel, and as most content creators these days say, ring that bell icon so that you get notifications when I upload some new session. And guys, you can please feel free anytime to reach out to me. Although I am having a busy schedule, I will be getting back to you as and when possible. And those of you who attended this live session here, please comment your feedback so that I can improve upon myself if there were anything things which did not go to the expected level. Please give a holistic feedback, like both positives and negatives. Thanks for the session, Himanshu, it's my pleasure. I hope it has helped you. Calm down. Great session. Yeah, thank you. Feels like an elder brother is giving me some advice. Yes, that is how it is meant to be. I am your SSB bro. In literal sense, I am your bro. So yeah, that is how it should sound and that is how it should be. Yes. Others, please put in your feedback. Kingsman says the same. Yeah, thank you, Kingsman. Yes, I will create content, Akash, and thank you for the compliment. I will create more and more content. I thought of writing blogs or written content all these days, but that is taking a lot of time, so I decided let me go on videos. I'm known true plus real. Yeah, thank you. A great initiative even at a small level. Hope it achieves great heights. Thank you very much, Mishra. Netra, my pleasure. You are welcome. Okay guys, all of you, if you felt it was a helpful session, you may help me in some aspects like basic things. Subscribe to the YouTube channel and ring that bell icon. You can comment your opinion, anything positive or negative, on my videos coming up in the future, or in general you can just put a story on your Instagram saying I attended this session and tag SSB bro over there, so that your viewers or your followers on social media will see that and maybe they'll also benefit from this. This is one small thing you can do for the benefit of your followers or your friends, and in general to grow our community as well. Thank you for your valuable time, guys. Will make you proud. Yes, I hope you do that. All the best, Anonymous. Look forward to learning more from you. Yes, I'll be doing more and more of these sessions in the future. So yes, thank you for the compliment as well. Anything else, guys? I'll be closing this now. If you want me to speak about something or anything you missed out, you can just comment it right now. Last few seconds. Alright, I hope we had a wonderful session, guys. Looking at the comments, I feel I did a good job. This was my first live, by the way, so I was nervous before starting. I hope I did a good job, and this camouflage will be like this, but in some different innovative ways. I'll come up with different masks and different things to cover my face in the future. So that will be something funny and something you can look forward to. Alright guys, alright, good night to you all, and Eid Mubarak to everyone who joined me, and people who are not here live but will be watching this session later on. Eid Mubarak to all of you. I hope you had a good time, and for serious aspirants, a face reveal someday. Yes, definitely, that is meant to happen very soon, but I won't say how soon. Alright, I think we are done, guys. Dog Lord, he's a very good friend of mine. He has joined late, so hi brother. Eid Mubarak, guys. Guys, if you feel you are done, you may please feel free to leave the live. There are few friends joining now, so I am just interacting with them. Others who felt this was a good session, you may feel free to exit, and please tag me and put a feedback about this session on your Insta stories, so that other aspirants and people who I can help can join these sessions in the future. Someone is joining now. Sorry guys, you have to be punctual from tomorrow. Sengar Asta and Preeta Ghosh, I'm sorry this session has already ended. I can't interact with you guys live, but yeah, I will be uploading this session on YouTube, the recording of this, so you can watch the entire session over there, and if you have any doubts you can reach out to me. Guys, this is not fair here. So many people are joining now. You should have come online at 10:30, so I can't extend my time. I have some other things to take care of. So for those of you who joined late, a request, please be punctual. If you want to catch that content, please try to join the live session on time. I will be mentioning the time also beforehand, so try to make your schedule accordingly and interact live. Otherwise, if you want these recorded sessions, you can head to my YouTube channel and watch them there. If you have further doubts about the recorded sessions, you can comment on the YouTube channel itself. I'll be replying to your comments over there. I hope that's fair enough. Any other suggestions, any other things where I can improve upon, you may feel free to message me directly. Alright guys, I had a wonderful time interacting with you all. Good night to you all. Eid Mubarak to everyone who has joined, and keep preparing hard, keep preparing smart, and most important, stay happy and spread love. That's all we can do. Jai Hind. Catch you all tomorrow. Jai Hind guys. Jai Hind.